Hi guys, my name is Siobhan Evans-Egan. I'm a psychic medium and shamanic Reiki practitioner. I'll also be sharing this video on the International Mediumship page, which is a community of psychic mediums and healers who are in developing their abilities. So as well as doing that work that I do, I'm also a mentor and a forever student of spirit, always will be. But I teach psychic medium classes and really on the foundation of personal development. So I want to talk about an upcoming course I have coming up, but I also want to talk about this topic, which is receiving a no in your readings, receiving a no in your mediumship readings, especially. And that's what I'm going to be concentrating on. I will be doing an upcoming course in the 8th of February. It's a Saturday. I will be putting more information up about that, but this course is going to be dedicated to working with a no. That's all we'll be working on for the day, is working with the no, to understand it. And my purpose for doing this is, it kind of hits home also, because this would have been a massive part of my massive part of my development as a medium, but it would have knocked my confidence severely, and I probably would have walked away from this many times because I wasn't sure how to overcome it. I wasn't sure how to understand it. And a lot of the reasons is kind of down to, if you haven't been in an environment that encourages you to work through the no in your readings, in a practice reading or in classes or in circles, if it's not encouraged and worked through or understood, it can, in a sense, put you on the path to developing unhealthy habits in your mediumship, which I have seen happen when people receive a no, and I have done it myself, is we will drop the information which we're receiving because we won't trust it. And we will also, and I've seen this, people drop the communicator. Okay, someone else come through. Please don't do that. So my reason for doing this course and this topic, talk about this topic of conversation, is to really start encouraging the no's in your readings, to look at it as an NO is a new opportunity to overcome and to understand where we've gone wrong. My sole purpose as a medium is to work correctly for spirit, to make sure that I'm working authentically as I can and communicating correctly for the communicator and giving that information to the client. It's very important. The other part that's very important to me when I'm working in, especially the demonstration mediumship, is to make sure that I am with the right person, because you will find when you're working in a large audience, information could be general at first and you could have 4 or 5 people and then you have to work that down. Sometimes it's completely direct, which is brilliant, but sometimes you do have to work through it. So it's very important for me to know that I am with the right person, and that means getting comfortable with receiving a no and understanding it. So there could be many other reasons why you're receiving a no. The person might not remember the information. So if you're the early stages development, and even if you're a professional medium, it does not matter. You could be stuck in habits of not working through that no, because I feel once you start charging and kind of going into the professional part of it, unless you're doing practice classes and you're still going to courses and things like that, you're not in an environment to work through stuff. You're kind of, you could get set in your ways. So it's really important, in a sense, to overcome that. You could be quite happy to be stuck on your ways, and you could be quite happy to not deal with the no's. That is absolutely fine. But if you are committed to working for spirit and to be authentic as possible, then this is an important part of your development, is to understand the no's, to overcome it, to work through it. It terrified me. It really did. And now I welcome the no's, because now I know, oh, I've gone a little wrong here. How will I understand this? Where will I work through it? And as I said, it's really important to be in the right environment to do that. So this course, which I will be holding on the 8th of February, will be dedicated to working through that and working through the uncomfortableness. It's very much part of your development as a medium to get comfortable with being uncomfortable and working through that and past it. as I said, I've witnessed in mediumship demonstration where people have ignored the no's from the person that they're reading to. Sometimes when you're receiving a no, where you have, say you've been receiving a yes, and you yes, yes, yes at first, and then it starts going no, 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 it could be possible that you've a different communicator stepping forward. And if you're not aware of that, you will just think it's the same person. And I've seen this happen where they change the information to make it fit. You can see by the person in front, the client who's receiving it, they don't want to say no. They're kind of, and you can see by them it's a no, but they're uncomfortable in doing that. So it's really to be, as I said, to be authentic, and as real as possible. And it might take many years to get there. I know with myself it has. So, and I am still working through it. But it's important for me to know that I'm with the right person and the information is correct. But it's not all about receiving yeses. Yeses are lovely, they really are. But understanding it is more important. So, if you get information, what type of medium style do you want to be? Is it like a deep reading where you want to understand the information which you're receiving and to go deeper with that story? Because what happens is with a lot of mediums is they receive a no and they'll drop it. They'll drop the information. They'll change the information. They'll change the communicator. So it's really, it's not our faults in a sense, because we have been raised in a society and an educational system where you have to be correct. So no's it's sensing a feeling of being wrong. And if you're confident and you don't feel so confident in mediumship readings, it can overwhelm you and it can knock you even further. So these are about building blocks in your personal development, and building blocks in building your relationship with working with spirit world is to overcome that and to work through that so that you can really build on your potential in which you have. And so creating a space and an environment for me as a mentor is important, to give you that opportunity in that space, to encourage you to understand and encourage you to work through that in a non-judgmental environment. So that is really important. So if you're not in that right now, I would urge you to seek that out, to seek out mentors, teachers, classes, circles that encourage the no and not just want you to get the yes, but to understand what's going on and why you're doing that. There's many reasons why you could be receiving a no. And while you're working through that to understand why am I getting a no for this, it causes you to go into your head and come out of the power. And the whole part and the part of learning this is to be able to do that, but to remain still in the flow of the communication. So it takes work, it takes practice, but it's important to be encouraged to go through that and to understand your no's. And as I said, it depends on what type of medium you want to be. Confident medium, an authentic medium, or just a medium that likes to get yeses. I love getting yeses. I love it. But at the moment, and thankfully after all these years of hard work, I am just as comfortable as receiving a no, because it'll help me understand it. And it's also important for you to understand and feel it in your system, what feels true and what doesn't. Even when a person is saying no, you could be still getting a yes, I feel this is true. And the person go, no, I can't take that. And you'll go, oh, I really feel this. I can't lift this. So I'm going to leave this with you. And more times you will find the person will contact you and go, oh, I'm so sorry. I completely forgot. This is such a thing. So this is where we have to figure out what feels really true and what doesn't feel true, and what is kind of like, it also comes down to how we use the words to express it. I have messed up more times in this because I'll say something like in one reading, in a private reading, I said to the person, would you understand feeling kind of left out in your family? And she said, no, absolutely not. No, my family absolutely love me. I was like, I cannot overcome this feeling of feeling left out. It's like pushed out. And then I worked through it and went, would you understand as a stepmother, you feel a little left out? And she went, oh, yes. So it all depends on the expression, how we use the words, and encourage that. So this course will be, I'll have more details coming up. It will be up on my website, which will be up and running the next few days because it's been updated. So all new courses will be on that also. So this will be on definitely on the 8th of February, and I will have more information on that coming up. So working through the no. If you're not attending my course, that's fine, but to please encourage you to work through the no's in your readings to understand it, and find mentors and teachers that will encourage that and help the understanding also, and to make sure that they walk their talk. I have been a part and saw many mediums in part of the societies and spiritual churches I've been in, and it's it's an old style also way of working, is to make sure you keep talking and keep talking and kind of keep the flow, and that's all fabulous. I like when I get that, but I also know that sometimes I have to kind of go passive to kind of understand that, and it's getting comfortable with those silent parts but not going too passive, because you still have to be active. So there's so much to this. Sometimes it can be just a complete head feck, and I can understand that sometimes we throw the towel in and walk away. So, but I'm encouraging you to please overcome that, and then start to learn to enjoy the experiences of working with spirit, especially if you're in a practice environment. I understand when you go professional and payment is start being paid, you don't feel you have the flexibility to do that. So always make sure that you have an environment or an opportunity to do practice classes or join little courses where you can work on that stuff, because we're forever working. It's important not to get caught and stuck in unhealthy habits, because you'll just get so used to it, you won't overcome it, and it will really affect your confidence. So to help with your confidence, first of all, you have to work through how it feels to be knocked, and how it feels to have your confidence a little bit shook, in order to overcome that, to work through that, to be the confident medium. So I hope you join me on the 8th of February. If you need any information before that, it's SiobhanEganMedium@gmail.com. So guys, have a great day. Take care.